Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. If you're here with me in the Discord or the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Vibe Trade, Big Sexy, Billy, Butters, Travis, Spazdrick, Frank, Dave C. Good morning to you all. Good morning, Shelly, Cyrus, Kelvin, Shady Lady, Flower. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Tiger Trader, Magic Bell, Retberg, Trader Meister, Druss, Sadek, Cicino, Dylan. Good morning, Becker, Broccoli, A. Valentine, Blissfully Dissatisfied. Good morning, Caleb Crawdad, The Beast in the building. Good morning to you, Billy Joe, Gringo El Diablo, July Peppers, Trader Page. Good morning, good morning. Morning, Mr. Bugs, G-Lines, Brian, Rob, Cruz. Good morning, Jims. Richard, Justin, Alexandre, Todd, Wesley, The Picky Anya, Jimmy, Hindsight King, Milo, Fest, Governor, Martins, McNasty, Karen, TMP3, Don, Ripper Trader, Otter, Yakov, SN. Good morning, Keith, Coder, M Competition, Garage. G-Man, Jonathan, John, SW, Darren, Brian. Good morning, everybody. J. Sim, Psycho, SN, JB, Stefan, Luna. Good morning, Christian. Rhino, Terry, Brishty, Richard Harris, BK, Chuvasco. Good morning, everybody. Why don't we do the thing where we do it early? Let's get some likes in here early. How many of you folks saw the post that I made on Twitter yesterday? How many of you folks actually saw that post? What's up, Mikola? Or Makia, sorry. It's early. It's early. I didn't get much sleep last night. I was out late. It felt like I wasn't out that late. I got home. Oh, what's up, Holy Earth? There you are. I refreshed the chat the moment that you did that. Good morning, Holy Earth. I was driving home last night and pulled in and walked in the door. We have a big clock on the wall in the right when you walk in the door, and I look at the clock. It was like 9 o'clock, and I was like, "What the heck?" Felt like it was 7. I went to bed late last night, so I'm tired. I'm sleepy, but this is a good thing. It's okay because I didn't really plan on putting in a lot of effort into trading today. And there's a couple of reasons why. Not just because I'm up money today, but simply because there's not a lot of market moving information that's coming out today. We're going to be here together for the one piece that's interesting. Wow, look at this. As I'm saying that, the market's finally moving here. Let's go over to our trading view chart so we can have a gander at this. But wow, what an insane move that was for the Globex Open. That was a tremendously wild move. Just absolutely bonkers. Insane that we had that yesterday. But now, yeah, we are piercing a little bit lower here. Let me ask you this, folks. Does anybody have a trade? What's up, Coach Hoop? Good to see you there, buddy. Anybody have a trade on right here and now? Does anybody have a trade on right here and now? Because I want to root for you if you have something on. I mean, you're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy. This is nuts if you got a trade on right now. And it's not like, I mean, if you got a trade on, it's like maybe from the top, tippy top or something. Short DAX. Ooh. Is DAX on top step X yet? Oops. I don't know why that's like that. That's not right. I don't know why that's not coming up. I mean, that's not, is that the DAX? That doesn't look right at all. Combines off the rejection of the MC level for the short. Nice, Broccoli. Julius is done. Vibe trade, no. Gary, yes. Rips, does Bookmap work fine through Tradeovate? No. You have to, the only platform that I'm aware of that you can use Bookmap with is Thinkorswim. But you can use the data feed from other things. Look at gold, by the way. You folks seen gold? What a rocket, huh? Just when you started to count gold out, there it goes, reclaiming 2,600 again. You call that the Rips memos. It's crazy. I mean, you're telling me like gold has still got it in it. It's crazy. Anybody trade gold? It's nuts. Dude, what in the world? That's the most unexpected one. Gold and Bitcoin just going brrr. Just going brrr. The data feed from Tradeovate. The problem is that it might not allow you to use, I don't know what you're using on Tradeovate. I don't know if you're using Rhythmic. You're going to want to look into it. It may. I have a separate data feed for my bookmap. It cost me, I think I'm grandfathered in at 29 or 39 bucks a month. So the data fee it's in its own billing schedule and all that. So I don't really have to think about it overlapping, because I know that if you use Top Step's Rhythmic feed on bookmap and then you open up Top Step to trade, I think it'll kick you out. So I just have my own bookmap feed. We got another flavor in the mix here, by the way. Anybody ever gone to the pool and had I don't drink anymore, but if you want a nice sugary cocktail, by the way, I'm going to pull up that queue again here again. Yeah, look at this. Woo! She's going down. Anybody ever have strawberry daiquiri? I'm sure, right? Somebody's had to have had a strawberry daiquiri before. You take a raid today. Oh, a trade. I took one. We'll talk about that in a moment. I'm sure somebody out there has had a strawberry daiquiri before, right? No? Nobody? Wow. Anybody ever had a pina colada? Pina colada? Pina colada? I mean, that used to be my favorite sugary drink to have, was a pina colada. Have you ever had them combined, though? My name is Zachary, and I love a daiquiri. If you have a strawberry daiquiri and you combine that with a pina colada, does anybody know what that's called? Because that is like, if you want to get... Yeah, see, Aero Squad gets it. Now look at this. G Fuel came out and they made one of these things. They made a Miami Vice and an energy drink. And by the way, if you thought Celsius was coming in strong with 200 milligrams of caffeine, well, your buddy G Fuel has a thing to say about that. They came in with 300 milligrams of caffeine. And let me tell you this. I've drank about 3 sips of this thing, and I'm cracked. This thing is wild. A ruined strawberry daiquiri. I don't know when are they going to stop? Like, soon enough, they're going to have like 4,000 milligrams of caffeine. You're going to take a sip and die. That's insane. You have to dry scoop G Fuel. See, that was past my era. We had Mountain Dew, and then we had Balls with Guarana. BAWLS. Balls. It'll get you f***ed up. That was the back in the day. Too much caffeine can raise your heart rate. In fact, I forgot. I need to turn on my high stress activity for Whoop. Coach Whoop. All right, I'm going to be all sorts of ridiculous. Sorry. I'm going to be all sorts of ridiculous today because of 300 milligrams of caffeine. I can't believe they put that stuff. I didn't even notice it until after it came and it arrived, and it like advertises it on the box like it's a good thing. Nobody said the R word. I said regarded. I said, let's all be regarded of one another this morning. Jolt Cola. I swear that probably only had like 30 milligrams in caffeine. Dude, hold on. Pets' heads are falling off over here. There we go. Got a new phone case. It's slippery. Is No Dose still available? I remember seeing that in gas stations. Those little pills, right? Yeah, in Canada, they don't allow you to have these things. Call me, stop. They don't allow you to have, like, they have Celsius Light over there. And by the way, we still are coming down. We're bouncing 529 here. Yeah, this, you drink enough caffeine. Oh my gosh, hydroxycut. Now that's a blast from the past. I swear, if you look at any of those ingredients, it's like methyl something. There's something in here that's like methyl something. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, look at this. Vitamin B12. Methyl cobalamin. No, methyl cobalamin. That's B12. It's got some methyl in it. It'll get you jacked up for the morning. But yeah, this I can like my teeth. I can like hear colors in my teeth a little bit with this stuff. Anyway, glowing endorsement for G Fuel. Got more money. Just pop pseudo. Anyway. I don't know what's in it. Anyway, I'll drink it though. Whatever. Pretty can. Very cool. Says Miami Vice. Whatever. They write some stuff to read that nobody bothers to read anyway. But yeah, anyway, we have about 1,000 people in here. Let's get half of you to click the like button. And if you haven't clicked it yet, just click it. Let's do a poll in here because I'm curious about what you folks think. On the schedule today, we do have one piece of news that we will trade together. It's the New York Fed Services business activity, which, by the way, is not that all that important. Across all of the news today, there's really not that much that's important except for Mr. Goolsbee, who's a non-voter, but he's going to be speaking at 10 a.m. The last time he spoke was 2 days ago, and he had all sorts of dovish things to say. He was saying the next 10 to 12 months, interest rates, I can't even speak, interest rates will be outrageously low. What was his exact quote? Did anybody know? Now I got to look it up. What did he say? Goolsbee. What was his quote? Will be a lot lower. I thought he used a very descriptive adjective to describe it. So he said rates will be a lot lower in 12 to 18 months. Sorry, I thought it was 10 to 12 months. But yeah, he said rates will be a lot lower. So I guess, it's better than saying lower, a lot lower. So if he does come out and say some more dovish things, maybe we can find our way back up in this market. The market popped tremendously. Does anybody know which equity was causing most of this pop? I think Goolsbee gets voting rights in 2025. Not NVIDIA. No, it's not NVIDIA. Does anybody know who it was? Yeah, there you go. Chris Briggs, TNT Praz, and slap her ass. Good to see you there, buddy. Yep. Tesla. Does anybody know what the headlines were about Tesla? Well, if you don't know, I'm going to read them to you. It came in the form of welcome. By the way, if you didn't trade during the Trump presidency last time, you were in for a treat. Welcome to the Trump tweets era. I mean, it's not really tweets right now, but it's still like news about Trump, and we are still coming down here in the NQ. It's news about Trump that comes out, and then the market goes wild on it. Tesla went up because the Trump team said they want to ease the rules on self-driving cars, and they want to make a federal framework for fully self-driving vehicles as one of the Transportation Department priorities. That's going to send Tesla to the moon. Here's Tesla's chart. Look at this. Ho, ho, ho. Let me just turn off all the drawings, but yo, what a gap. What are they up right now? 6%? That's insane. What is this? What did they peak at? 9%? Now they're up, what did I say, 6%? Yeah, good estimate. Good job, Rips. Thanks, buddy. Good job. 6%. Trading 340. It peaked out at 350. So Tesla up on that news. Very, very big news, obviously. Government contracts, always going to give us a little kick in the pants. Matt says, no way Musk isn't going to kill me with his graphic cards or robot. I mean, sometimes you just got to just let it happen. Just let it happen. We're all going to die some way. You wonder why Tesla wasn't moving? It's off the chart. Yeah, if you're looking down here at Tesla and you're wondering why it's not moving, then yeah. We potentially have this gap to fill, though, from 334 back down to 320. 14 points in Tesla ain't no thing. So maybe we come back down to earth on that. NVIDIA's going down, though, right now. That's kind of dragging the market. Microsoft's going back down as well. But boy, oh boy, was the opening print of Globex super juicy. Did anybody else catch the trade that I caught, or similar trade? If I didn't have dinner plans last night, by golly, I could have made so much more. I'm not mad, though. Let me say that right now. I made 11 G's in the first, 15 minutes of trade. I'm not mad about that. I could have made a lot more. You always can, right? That's how trading works. You always can make a lot more. And it was nice because here's the thing. When you have a move like this, and you can look for this next time, when you have a move like this that is super exaggerated and single directional, right? This is a singular directional move, and you had a reversal off these lows to close out Friday. Usually, you can expect what you're looking for is what I call a bull open. And we'll go over that in just a minute. But yeah, that's right. Julius got it for $1,000 in 90 seconds. National got it. Big Sexy got it. Gary got it. But when you have a move like this that ends on a Friday with a massive sweeping down movement like that, this is worthwhile to open up your charts and watch for a Globex trade. Now, a lot of people will say, well, the pop was on that Friday move, but we didn't really get out of that muck. So I was watching for a couple of things. Let's get really dialed in here. I want to go to, the 1 minute's still not going to show me the granularity that I'm looking for. I kind of want to go into a 10-second chart, to be honest with you. All right, let's get extra granular here. And let's go to, where is the Globex open? Right here. So what you're looking for on a move like this is the 10-second bars. When the candle opened, it was shooting up and then rejecting. So you had original sellers. So you're looking for a couple different things in this. What I traded was simply a breakout of this area. And you can see here, obviously you want to catch it down here as best you can, but I wasn't quick enough. These are 10-second bars. I was trading on the breakout of this. So I think I took 2 contracts and then I pulled back and I added 2 more here. So I took 4 contracts. Maybe it was a little bit less. Maybe it was 1 and then adding 2. And I took that all the way up to 543. So the first time that we saw exhaustion after a blow off top. So this was where I moved my stop originally, where we had this candle right here. Again, these are 10-second bars when I was watching this live. So this is your initial blow off, and I had a level I was tracking 529 quarters here. I moved my stop to here. So I moved it in like slightly in the profit. It was like worth like $200-$300 in the profit, something like that. And then it pulled back and I was almost ready to add here, but then I was like, no, usually these blow-offs come in 2s. It wasn't a big enough blow-off. I was looking for more volume to be contracted, but there was a harsh rejection above that. So caution flag was out. And the moment that we had this blow-off top, I did 2 things. Number 1, I moved my stop here. And then I started to look to see if we were going to have any more juice in that extension. We didn't. We started to pull back. And so I just took a limit order out at 543 3/4. So the trade was basically from here all the way to here. So I was just trading that original open candle breakout. And on the move that we had here and how fast it was booling up on basically very low volume, that's the prime open that I'm looking for. And even if it just rejected off here and went straight down, I'd be fine with that because I'm only looking for this extension right here. I'm only trading this first move. This is all I'm looking for here. And that trade took me all of what? 03 to, that was a 4-minute trade. 4 minutes to make 11 G's. Not bad at all, right? So that's all I did. Anybody have any questions about the trade that I took? It was basically 3 executions. By the way, we are coming back down now. We are trading right around where I did enter that trade. So interesting to see what happens down here at 510. We're just rolling right off right now. Where do you get new information from? What do you mean? What do you mean new information? What instrument is that? This is the NQ, the NASDAQ futures. So this was the Globex open for last night. Where do you get new information from? I don't know what that means, brain fart. You got to work with me here, buddy. You've copied and pasted that 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So what do you mean by that? Took half off, stop and profit. Nice work there, TMP3. News information. I'm sorry. I can't read this morning. News information. Gotcha. News, got it. So one of the best ways that you can find news on your own is this site right here. It's completely free. And if you click on the events that are showing, it'll actually show a little bit of a blurb about them. So it'll help you kind of get your sea legs if you're interested in being an events trader. Wow, we are really coming down now. This is crazy. Something about Russia talking about new weapons in Ukraine right now. Something about hypersonic missiles. Wow. If you caught that short, hats off to you. That is just, that is a beautiful move. That is the cleanest move I think that we've had. Well, no, that was, by the way, how frustrating is this? Let's say you were short here and you got popped out there. Oh, and I know there has to be at least one person watching that got booty blasted on that thing. My goodness. What time is Globex open on Sunday? 6 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific time. There you go. Biden is apparently allowing missiles. Is that what the headline was? Yeah, sounds about right. We do have the New York Fed Services business activity. It's coming out. Wow, this thing is really not waiting for anybody. Holy smokes. I'm actually shocked to see it drilling this quickly, this hard on literally no news. What is it? Microsoft's coming down. Apple's coming down. To be honest, no equities are really rolling that hard. Let's take a look here at the S&Ps. Wow. Insane. By the way, that was one of the best trade reviews explanations I've ever heard. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Anybody have any questions about the trade that I took for Globex? I mean, that to me is a textbook, what I call a bull open. And when the market gives you lemons, you squeeze them. You make lemonade. Why did I lock out my account? It's okay. If you locked out in the profit, or if you locked out for some reason, it's okay. I haven't locked mine out yet, but I'm mentally locked out. Why is there so much volume already? Right now, there's not that much volume. It's not a tremendous amount of volume, but a lot of stops are getting popped right now in the futures market. Let's look at the S&Ps on Bookmap. Yeah, let me see the one that, there we go. Take out all the algorithms there. But yeah, I mean, this thing had liquidity resting above at 59.04 and higher. Didn't take it. Now we are just coming much, much lower here. Can I actually bring this back at all? Trying to load in some history here. Nvidia, Meta, Amazon. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely down, but they're not like they're where they were on Friday. It's not like they're down further, you know. No real news this week, but Nvidia earnings midweek, so no salvation until then. Possibly. Yeah, possibly. I think that this could be the hangover after the presidency elect, you know, that whole thing. Nvidia chip issue caused? I have no news on an Nvidia chip issue. Let me see here. Yeah, nothing really that I'm seeing, at least. Overheating servers with the new Blackwell chip. That was on Friday. Challenging next-gen AI models that could be unveiled in the next few weeks, raising broader concerns about the future of AI development may become a pivotal moment, blah, blah, blah. Nothing really that big, you know. What'd they say on Bloomberg? The Blackwell overheating thing? I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. That's something that can easily be mitigated. How low do we go here? That's a very good question. I mean, we're looking for a floor. Thing is, like, Nvidia didn't go down that much. I mean, it's down for sure, but it's not like a tremendous move. Putin ally says such a move could destroy U.S.-Russia relationships once and for all. Well, at least until. So may have to, what is this headline? Ally of Russia press Putin says may have to use new weapon systems in Ukraine if Kiev strikes Russia with long-range U.S. missiles. I mean, that should not be causing this much of a pull down. Good thing is that if this is an overreaction, there's definitely room for a bounce trade here. Do you have any levels? Just the ones that I'm showing here on my chart. I'm going to switch back over to NQ as well here. Yeah, I can take out this breakout level now, but yeah, I would say potentially bouncing back into that range of 550 or so, but I'm not going to be taking that trade. Yeah, for sure it's an escalation, but I don't expect the market to. I mean, we'd have to see continuation on that news to see continuation of the market rolling. I just think that if anything, it's us kind of falling out of bed of this channel here. That's it. We're looking for buyers and they kind of just gave up. So let's see if we see something similar here in the S&Ps as well. Yeah, kind of the same thing. Just falling out of bed of a channel here. You know, there's your channel. Falling out of bed. Given how low this liquidity print is, I would expect that we'll probably find a way to auction back up here. So let's see what happens with the news that's coming out in 4 minutes here. 4 minutes. Still trading December contracts on NQ. That is right. If you're trading gold, I believe it's the January 2025 contract now. You reckon some bankers know something us mortals don't? Nah. Not right now. I don't expect anything new now. I have some new here. Since when the 222 you made, I don't know the live session schedule. You're in it right now. Can one of the mods help Tal out in finding the schedule here? How low do we get here? It's a good question. I really just think we're probably going to bounce, though. We'll get back up to the liquidity. 20,489 half is Friday's POC, and 493 3/4 is settlement. There you go. Buyer's remorse on Trump's economic plan. I don't think that's the reason at all. I think that there was definitely an overzealous reaction. What's happening with Bitcoin? That'll give us a little bit more color on things as well. Yeah, Bitcoin is coming back down to earth a little bit too. I'm surprised that Bitcoin didn't break 100K. I'm actually surprised quite a bit by that. 93 halves, 93,500. That is... It's been pretty saucy since then. I mean, this is quite the disagreement, but I mean, we are still kind of in a trending channel here to the upside. It'll be interesting to watch if we have kind of break out of that channel there. I know I said I hate Mondays, but short was my plan. It was a great A+ setup for me. Now I'm heading to the gym. Nice work there, Spatrick. How'd you do overall? We are bouncing. I didn't take the trade, but I mean, I like the bounce trade. Let's get into the 3-minute chart and get really zoomed in here. I'm going to make a new chart tomorrow, so this is less messy, since we are kind of trading in a new zone as well. But yeah, I do expect us to see a bounce in this, because I think that sell-off was a little bit unwarranted. Long from 89. Nice, dude. What a move. 89, what a call. That's sick. Nice work there, Jose. Elon Musk is being considered for Secretary of the Treasury. I don't think that's true. Where'd you hear that one? Spirit Airlines filed for bankruptcy? What's their ticker? Spirit is... I never remember. I always know Southwest. No American Airlines. No United. What is Spirit? They have a silly ticker, don't they? Something silly. That's the one. Save. Thank you. Never remember Spirit. Wow. Oh, that's crazy. They're going to be delisted as well? Wow. Let's see the downfall of this. Let's go to like the 4-hour. All right, we are 1 minute away till the news. Oh, man. Grandma, you ought to buy some Save at $40. I see bullish futures for this airline. Oh, man, those poor buyers at 40. Buy more. It's going to be great. Futures looking super bright for Spirit. I'm actually surprised they lasted for as long as they did. I've never heard anybody say, you know, thank goodness I flew on Spirit today. I've never actually heard anybody say that. Those words have never escaped somebody's mouth before. Yeah, average down. If you loved it in the 40s, you're going to love it in the 30s. If you love it in the 30s, you're going to love it at $1.10. Tell you what. All right, here we go. Headlines are coming out here. What are we expecting? No expectation. Okay, nobody cares. Minus 0.5. Spirit, the Carnival Cruise of the Sky. Yeah, nobody cares about that. So the New York Fed survey of expectations, nobody cares about. Came in at negative 0.5. The prior was negative 2.2. Barely even moved the market, if any. So let's see here. The next piece of news is going to be the housing market index. That's not going to be coming out until 10. So the market's really going to be in a holding pattern, waiting for any kind of news or market activity, market generated information to make a move from here. So like you see how that Russia headline moved the market. I'm pretty sure that was what was responsible for that last sweep down. But when people realize that the news is kind of overreacted, people take that bounce trade. If you're still long from those 89s, you're enjoying quite the move here. Yeah, this thing is motoring, giving back that whole push to the downside there. Yeah, I think it will retrace all the way back up to 550, 560. I think it will. I refuse to fly Spirit. I've never been on a Spirit flight before. Al says, I love Spirit. I've only heard people complaining about it. Look at this. This thing is motoring to the top side here. It's terrible. Isn't it like you're packed like sardines in those planes, Tim? Greyhound of the sky. Is Greyhound still around, by the way? People still take buses, right? The seatbelt is an upcharge. Oh, goodness. You thought it was good? Okay, well. I mean, it could be one of those things where people just, like people talk smack about Nickelback. Nickelback's a great group. They make great songs, right? Who's with me on that one? Who likes Nickelback? I like Nickelback. I think they're great. You have to put quarters in these best stuff. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we do have Goolsby at 10 as well. But like I said, until now and then is quite some time. Join the humble bus riders. I mean, I couldn't even, there was a point where I couldn't even afford the bus when I was a kid. It was like a luxury for me able to take the bus back home from school. It was like cool when I finally got a bus pass. Like, dude, trust me, I know. Spirit is okay if you don't bring luggage. Interesting. So if you want to fly without any kind of luggage. I mean, there's that, let's face it, airlines in general are just not a pleasant experience. They're not. It's a hassle. Airports suck. Fly private. Doug says Nickelback sucks balls. Well, tell us how you really feel about Nickelback, Doug. Nickelback is for the 30 plus crew. They don't know about that. Had a panic attack or something on a bus and they had to drive to the ER. It was so embarrassing. Oh man, that sucks. That's no fun. Ryanair's socials had a contract. I'd buy it. That'd be cool. Go long on Ryanair's socials. This is how. Great song, by the way. Great song. All right, let's hit some likes. Let's do, tell you what, if we get to, I'll keep the benchmark low. 1,500 likes, we'll do a giveaway. 1,500 likes, we'll do a giveaway. We got robbed on Friday. Everybody waiting until the last minute to hit the like button. Right now we're at 410 likes. Get to 500 likes. We will do a poll. 1,500 likes, we'll do a giveaway. We got 1,600 people in here watching. Gonna put $7 worth of Nickelback in the jukebox. There you go. The Nickelback slander is always unwarranted. How dare you? Do you know how many single mothers stripped their way to financial freedom? I believe that Chad Kroeger is the lead singer of Nickelback, has a song called Porn Star Dancing. I don't know how I know this, but that song, that's a banger right there. If you've never enjoyed that one, find some time today to throw that on your shuffle. It's amazing. Yeah, Motorhead's good as well. You ever seen what happened to them in Portugal? No. Wait, you're talking about like when they got hit by the water bottle or something like that? Play it? I wish I could. The moment that we get off live here on YouTube, we go into the moment that we cut the stream for live on YouTube, we have it continue in Discord, and first thing we always do is turn on music. It's just one of the things we've been accustomed to now. We've become accustomed to it. They play it at the at Horn Pub. They play one of my favorite pub, Horn Pub. They play that one all the time. It's amazing. You'll be seeing them at Welcome to Rockville in May. Where is that? What area of the country is that one? Hi, Rips. I'm here every day. You're the best. Thank you for all your tips. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. National says, when Nickelback was just getting started, they broke into a radio station and taped nickels to the walls, tail side out, and hence Nickelback? No way. Are you serious? That's crazy. Daytona Beach. That sounds fun. Daytona Beach. That used to be the spot for spring break. We are going up here, by the way. We're 20 points away from target. We said 550 was the target. By golly. Did anybody catch this beautiful, beautiful long? The video is even like Savage. Tell me you don't love that song. It's a catchy song. It's a good song. I'm telling you. Yeah, the video, it takes you back to the early 2000s. It's a very It's a good one. It's a good one. It gets you juiced up. It'll get you fired up for the day. Throw that on in the morning. Wow, Ferrari Phil caught it. You've been using JSX. See, that's one airline that I can get behind, Spastrick. JSX. When I fly, I do fly JSX. I don't mind them at all. JSX is great. I actually used to fly them when they were Jet Suite X. Way back. I used them for a CJ3 one time, used them for a Phenom 100 a couple times, well, a few times. Great little plane, 4-seater. It's fun. Larry, you caught it. Nice. Hey, Rips, I'm from Bangladesh. My English is not good. Well, it looks good to me. Your videos help me overcome psychology problems. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Fahad. Give it up for Fahad here. Not easy to learn from somebody who's not speaking your first language. It's very, very difficult. So hats off to you for putting in the work. That's cool. That's awesome. Great to have you with us. So happy with this trade. That's cool. I mean, that's awesome. Like, I really honestly came into today not wanting to trade, but if I was going to trade, boy, that'd be the trade I was looking for. That reversal off that ridiculous sell-off, it just didn't seem like it had any reason to be selling off that hard. Hey, Rips, 50% of the time you're right, 100% right. Yeah, you never know. We're going to get that up. Rios, can you see my earlier chat? It's about getting sober. Yeah, let me see. Rips, at what point in your journey did you stop drinking alcohol, and did it help you along your trading besides everyday better health, but having difficulties with stopping? So I've talked about this before, but I didn't get sober because I had any kind of issues with it. It just became dull to me. I used to party very, very hard, and I used to go crazy. I had a very good time all the time. Like, there was a point where I was just partying all the time. It just got dull and it got boring. And there was like a time when I was out in my house and I was like in the back patio and I was talking with a bunch of strangers. I was having a party at my house and talking with a bunch of strangers, and I was like, this is really boring, in my head at least. I was like, this is really boring and this is mundane. And I didn't really enjoy it. And I didn't really make a choice at that time to stop drinking, but I don't remember when was the moment that I was just like, it was never like, I'm going to try to stop drinking. It was kind of just a thing where I was like, I looked back and I was like, I hadn't drank in a long time. And it was just like a natural progression of things where I felt better. And I was like, you know what? I don't really miss it that much. And by that time, hangovers were getting pretty brutal. Like, anytime that I drink the next morning, it's just brutal. And it's, when you're younger, it's kind of fun. You go out, you do hair of the dog, you have some brunch the next day, and you're like, it's fun. It's enjoyable in your youth. But then you get a little bit older, and I don't know, it's just tiresome. And I like being active, and I hated being crippled the next day. It was fun for a part of your life when it's like, it's fun. You're hungover. You're like, I'm so hungover. Let's go to brunch and let's get hair of the dog, get all smashed up again. And then before you know it, you're lit up like a Christmas tree in July the next day, and you're doing it all over again. At least that was my path. I don't know. It just got dull. And for me, one day I didn't have any alcohol, and then the next day and the next day and the next day. And I looked back after a while and I was like, oh, I hadn't drank in a while. Oh, I feel pretty good doing this. And that was it. I mean, it was never like a thing where I was like, all right, dude, we got to stop doing this. It wasn't like that. I mean, there should have been a time probably 5 years prior to when I stopped drinking where I was like, dude, we should probably stop doing this stuff. I mean, I found myself in very interesting, I have a lot of good drinking stories. If I ever meet up with any one of you and we hang out, by the way, we're 540 right now, looking for 550. We're 7 points away from target here. I have a lot of good stories where Rips did some fun things and got super blasted and ended up in some silly situations. I used to I would get like crazy blackout drunk, and I was a hilarious drunk. I was always having a good time, but it was just one of those things. I should have got bored of it a long time before I actually did, but then I did. I got bored of it and being an active person, and it just sucks being hungover. And you kind of, I love mornings, right? I'm a huge morning person, and it's like, whatever, stop drinking, see how you feel. And then before you know it, you're like, I feel so much better. And I don't really miss that thing. And then I remember there was one party. I went over to like a friend's house for a party, and everybody was drinking. And they're like, oh, you want to have a drink? I said, nah, I'm good. I'll have a seltzer. I drank a seltzer. And then it was like an hour later, everybody went from like being like, cordial and friendly and polite and everything. It was like a dinner party, like an hour into it of everybody drinking. I started to smell the alcohol, and I was like, that is nasty. That's nasty. I didn't like the smell, And I was like, man, everybody's so blasted. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, dang, I probably was way worse than this, right? And like, one of my buddies is doing that whole thing and like hanging on you and like saying things and like repeating themselves. And I'm like, dude, that was me all the time, And I just didn't miss it. And I felt better. And it was never like one of those things like, I'm so much better than these people, It was just like, I don't miss it. I don't miss the taste of it. I don't miss the smell of it. And I'm having a good time. That overall, that was the big thing for me, was being at that party and feeling, there we go, 550. We got it. Woo! Congratulations to anybody who held all the way to 550. You're the GOAT. Look at that. Savage passed a combine off that long. Beautiful. But it was just like, I felt I was having a good time at that party, and it was with no alcohol. And that was one of my fears, going to the party. I remember that was one of my fears I was thinking about going into. I was like, oh man, everybody's gonna be drinking. I was like, yeah, I'm open to it. It was never like, oh, dude, don't drink. I was like, I haven't drank in a while. This will be interesting. I wonder if I'm gonna drink. And part of me, like, like 20 minutes into everybody like drinking and everything, having cocktails or bartender at the party, it's like, hey, they got really good alcohol there. It's like, yeah, I could just have one drink and see how I feel. And I didn't. And then I just had a good time, and I was laughing with everybody, having a great time, and it was still the same me. And that was kind of like the turning point for me, where I was like, oh, I don't need alcohol to have a good time. And that was it, really. It was, I feel like if you ever want to make a meaningful change in your life, like if you ever want to make a meaningful change, it can only come from one place, and it has to be genuinely you. Like, and this comes with anything. Like, you want to work out, you want to change your diet, you want to stop smoking, you want to stop drinking, you want to do whatever. It has to actually come from you. If it comes from the auxiliary, I don't think you can actually do it. It just, like, the want has to come from within. And I think that's kind of like the secret to all of it, is like, you just need to want it. And if you don't actually truly want it, it's never going to happen. Like, if you're like, I should stop drinking, but you don't really want to stop drinking, you're probably not going to stop drinking. That's just being real. By the way, we're motoring. Ho, look at this move. We're going to go for a full hundo. What a great market this is. I tell you, what a great market. But for serious though, I'm being honest with you. If you don't actually want to change, you don't actually want to do something different, it's probably not going to happen. I'm telling you right now. Like, let's say that you're doing Zen, or you're doing, are Juuls still around? I don't even know if Juuls are still around. That stuff is very addictive. Like, Juuls had a cranked up amount of nicotine. I know one of my buddies is still doing the pen or something like that. And they can't quit that stuff, but they don't really want to. That's the whole thing. They don't really want to. If you don't want to stop doing something, you're not going to stop doing it. If you don't actually want to make that change yourself, you're probably not going to do it. And I understand, wow, we are motoring. Whoa. Ho. Now I'm kind of jealous that everybody got that and I didn't. What a sick mounts. Yo, Richard Harris is in here. Richard, the Top Step team wants to get you on Top Step TV. Are you open to it? Would you grace Top Step TV with your presence? Would you let everybody meet the real Richard Harris? Because that'd be sick. I think that the people would love to see that. I think they would. But yeah, so, I mean, honestly, if you are wanting to stop drinking, just stop drinking and stop putting up all these kind of barriers in your way. And just, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's not like alcohol is free. You can't just like wake up and there's a huge bottle of Jack sitting by your bedside, unless you're Kesha. But for the most part, alcohol costs money. Cigarettes cost money. Weed costs money. You don't just go oopsie daisy and then all of a sudden there's this stuff that you like doing that you want to stop, and then there it is. This stuff costs money. So get it out of your frame if you really want to get rid of it. Pour out all your alcohol. Just get rid of it. Throw it away. And stop buying it. And don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to be around it. And try that for 2 to 3 weeks and see how you feel. Wake up in the morning feeling like it has a different connotation now, doesn't it? David says, done for the day, up 12K on 5 combines. Beautiful. Off topic, are nicotine pouches still popping in the U.S.? Best regards, home of the snus. Ah, yeah, snus is the original. That's the good stuff, right? I'm pretty sure Zyn is still popping off. But that stuff's very addictive. But yeah, I mean, you're going to form physical addictions to these things, right? Like crazy alcoholism, like you can't stop drinking because you'll die. You know, that's like the extreme of it. Colby says, quitting the vapes right now, it makes trading a little bit harder with a pounding headache. Drink water. You'll be surprised at what water can do. Sober 33 years, used to break out in handcuffs. Wow. Crazy, crazy. Smoking cigarettes in 2024 is crazy. I know people that still smoke cigarettes. Richard Harris. Who is Richard Harris? Well, we want to find out who the real Richard Harris is. That's why we want to get him on Top Step TV. And he still hasn't answered if he's up for it or not. Richard, we want you on Top Step TV. Come on down. But yeah, you know, everything has, you know, things that are bad for you have a level of physical addiction. You know, nicotine obviously has a level of physical addiction. Where's Richard Harris? We need Richard Harris on Top Step TV. Answer us. Come on, let us know. You can't be talking all this much and all of a sudden you go silent. I'm just a little pea shooter trying to survive. But we want you on Top Step TV. Is the answer yes or is the answer no? I mean, let's tell the people, let's be very definitive here and now. I see you are the most active chatter in here. And now we're asking you to be on Top Step TV. Is the answer yes or is the answer no? Can't all of a sudden start piping down because we asked you to be on Top Step TV. Come on, King Richard. Where are you at, buddy? Facts rips. Threw out all of my stuff and never felt better. No drinking, no smoking. I do not see myself doing it again, to be honest. And that's the thing. It's just like keep yourself out of trouble and you won't have trouble. This is the quietest I've ever seen Richard Harris, by the way. Isn't that something? Gets the noggin jogging. I will say that. Made 145 combine and over 400 on practice. Scared to use a lot of contracts. Blew so many counts. My husband told me that these are the last ones. It's crawling like a baby. Well, there you go. There you go. Take it easy. Take it slow. Awfully quiet in here now. All of a sudden, it got very quiet in here, Richard. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, Richard. Got awfully quiet in here. Mr. Talkative all of a sudden. Why is everybody talking? You still haven't answered the question. We want to know, do you want to be on Top Step TV or not? What happened? You got all the things in the world to say, talking about how you're eating your fruit snacks in the morning. Your dad doesn't like prop firms. You're munching your pretzels and you live next to Kim Kardashian and the Hollywood Hills. And come on, the people want to know. Now all of a sudden you're all quiet. What happened? Cat got your tongue? Come on, we want to hear about how your dad doesn't like how you're munching fruit snacks at your desk. Come on, we want to meet you, Richard. Ribs, can you please come to Playbit? Please, we are big fans of you. What's Playbit? I don't know what Playbit is. I've never heard of it. He's online, but this is I have a thing that tracks the most active chatters in chat. This is the quietest I've ever seen Richard Harris. Like I said, it gets the noggin jogging. There's all these things to say, but then the moment we all want to meet the real Richard, it's almost as if he's invented an online persona and has been trolling us all along. Huh. It's awfully strange how that works, isn't it? It's almost as if he's invented a LARPing character. It's almost as if it's just been an online character the entire time. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thought? Oh, goodness. Who would have thought? Oh, and the things you say are just so normal, too. Playbit is a trading community on WAP with 500 plus daily viewers, and we really enjoy seeing and talking about you. Really? That's interesting. Admin sent me an email. Send me a DM on Instagram or on Twitter. LARPers are people, too. I mean, sometimes people take LARPs a little bit far. But please come on down to Top Step TV. Let's prove me wrong. Let's see that the LARP is real. Let's prove me wrong. Wrote both the downfall and the uptick on different accounts. Looking good for the day, but we'll still check open to see if something can be practiced on. There you go. Kobe used to be my neighbor. Nice. That's awesome. What are your thoughts on UAP extraterrestrials? There's been a lot of disclosure about that lately. There's been a lot about that. There's been so much about that. Looking up the Market CH Discord, can't find it. Here's a link for you. Right here. There you go. Spatrick says, I'll reshare this because I believe in you. Here we go. I've been sober for 11 years. This isn't something I talk about or preach about, but a friend suggested I share this, if only to possibly inspire someone else who might be struggling. Alcohol was in my genes. My father and uncles all struggled. This is Spatrick, by the way. My father and uncles all struggled, and I followed in those footsteps. There was no DUI or major event that triggered my decision. It was more of a gradual emotional bottom where I realized my life wasn't my own anymore. I can vibe with that as well. Simply made a decision that I wanted a better life, a better me. I say that now like it was easy, but it wasn't. I got help and support and worked very hard to overcome and rise above. The truth is, for most of us, the primary voice in our head isn't our own. It's our parents, our peers, our abuser, our demons. If a wretch like me can overcome, so can you. Know that there are people that love you and want you to overcome, to come back to yourself, and that you deserve the best life. Love you all. That's very well said. Thank you for that, Smasher. Very, very, very well said. I think that, again, it's one of those things that it has to come from within you. I'm one of those people who thinks that inner voice is actually God speaking to you. There's a level of that. Your conscious, your active conscious is God speaking to you. And that's where, when you have a thought that you have that came from nowhere and you wonder where that came from, well, that's God kind of tip his hand and give you a little bit of direction and say, hey, here you go. Here you go. Got a little something for you. And that's when you say, thank you, God. Appreciate you. Thanks for looking out for me. I'm not alone in this world. I have the big man. A lot of people ignore that voice for some reason. I'm telling you, a lot of people ignore that. I'm telling you. It's one of those things. It's, and I know, like somebody just said, you lost me on that one. I'm going to lose a lot of people on that. But, I give all glory to the big man upstairs for giving me this beautiful life that I have. And I wouldn't have it without having that in my life. I think a lot of people are lacking in that. And straight up, I'm telling you, if you start to pay more and more attention to that, you'll start to see some things in your life. And there'll probably be a couple little tough lessons that you probably need to learn along the way. But for the most part, those lessons are going to guide you into being a better person. So sorry if I lost some of you on that one, but I'm very passionate about that. Very passionate about that. You only start to believe in God once you genuinely realize that it does help. It's not a fluke or coincidence. It's very true. A lot of people want to shy away from that. People always think about that inner voice that you have. We have our own inner dialogue, of course, but we also have, there's that guiding hand that's in our lives from time to time. And we have to face those difficult lessons. And those difficult lessons will usually give you a much better outlook and a much better path in your life. I'm telling you. All right, let's run a poll here. It was a good stream this morning. I like when we don't have any trades, but we still had that. I mean, that was a great push off those lows there. And we did hit the target of the 50s. We are kind of chopping around there. In fact, we hit the 60s. My goodness. Love that. All right, let's do this here. Will the NQ end the day above or below? Well, let me pick a good number here. I want to say 20,600. All right. Above, below, and then say all right, here we go. Question, this is my first time in the Discord. You don't actually call trades out, just give levels and we watch those on our own and we can jump in with you when we jump in if we want. Just haven't been in here before. So I haven't traded yet today. I might trade when we do our Discord trading session, but probably not. On Friday, we traded. What did we make on Friday? I think on YouTube, we were up like $5,000 and then we traded it to $20,000. You're in it right now, North Country. You're in it. You're in it right now. Make sure that you're watching the stream on Discord and that you're not watching on YouTube because there's no latency on the Discord stream. But once we finish on YouTube, we're only doing the Discord stream. Ribs, you're the best. Buy iceberg NQ different than sell iceberg. No, I mean, icebergs are icebergs. I'm with you, brother. Makes the show you put on even better knowing that you have that as well. I mean, I wouldn't be here without it. I really wouldn't. If having a child doesn't save you from any of your downfalls, I'm convinced your lost soul children are the biggest blessings. There you go. How is your beautiful, it's your daughter, right, Ramezla? How is that going? First birthday, right? We had the baby wake up. That's how I always remember you. Rivers, you trade live on Discord daily? It depends. I mean, there's no 100% of the time that I'm always trading. But like we've been doing well. We made on Friday. Friday we finished, we cut the YouTube stream. Let me see. I can go back and look at the numbers. On Friday, we cut the YouTube stream at what? Okay, so we're up 11,000. No, that's not it. Hold on. Let me see. Now I got to go back. We cut the stream. Okay, so we were up $5,000 on YouTube on Friday. Then we traded the open on Discord. I mean, the Discord stream just goes from now until we're done. But we went in there and we traded up from $5,000 to $20-something thousand. And that's what we did in the Discord there. Yeah, you're good. As long as you're watching here on Discord, you're in the right place. So what did we actually make on Friday overall? So we were up $5,000. We finished 20,850. So yeah, I mean, and then there's some days where I trade in Discord and, you know, maybe we lose or I don't trade at all. So it just all depends. How do you access the Discord stream? Just hang out here. Anybody who's asking for Discord, just hang out in the YouTube stream. If you haven't been in here for 3 months or more, just hang out. It's free. The YouTube stream is free. It's going to always be free. So just don't even worry about the Discord unless you've been in here for like 3 to 4 months and you actually like really, really love the style that we trade in here and all that. But outside of that, just hang out here in the free live streams. It's not even, just trust me on this. Like, hang out here. Yes, sir. She's the best thing out there. Such a joy to be around. Congratulations there. 1 year around the sun already. Isn't that crazy? Probably went really fast, right? That first year went really, really fast. Trying to literally vibe in the frequencies of the future, creating my own future with emotions and feeling. I love that. Love that. Wow, you don't see many people saying that. Saying what? Hey, Rose, what's the promo code for 7 days for Clubhouse? If you click the link that's posted, that was just there from Nightbot, here, I'll post it again. But if you just click that right there. But again, hang out in the free streams. It's free. It's way better. It's free. Free you can't beat. New to futures from Forex, liking this much better. Yeah, you're going to love because it's a regulated market. There's not multiple different brokers spreading different spreads, which is great. It's the same price everywhere you look. It was just like a godsend. A lot of people from FX don't even know that exists. They're like, wait, what? It's a universal price? That's insane. Yeah, it is amazing. You're the first streamer who's not trying to sell this program. Kudos to you. It makes me more interested in your Clubhouse. Well, again, if you haven't been in the free YouTube streams for at least 3 to 6 months, then don't even think about it. Seriously. Asking my magic conch shell what the markets will do. I don't know what y'all talking about trying to do analysis. Let me know what that magic conch shell says. Did you watch the fight on Friday? Ooh, we haven't talked about the fight yet. I did watch the fight. If so, scripted or not. So here's my thoughts on things. And I'm not a big tinfoil hat person at all. I'm a realist, for the most part. I'm not a big, there's certain things that you should believe that there's conspiracies behind, for sure. But then there's some things that are just a little bit, it's not my tempo, When it goes to that fight, I don't know if you folks saw any of Mike Tyson's training leading up to the fight. But if you were to block out the face of the person who fought in those training videos and block out the face of the person who fought on Friday, I would say that those are two different people. Now, I'm not saying that physically that was two different people, but I will say that because it's the same person, I'd say that Mike Tyson was holding back. That's all I'm going to say. I think that Mike Tyson was holding back quite a bit. I would not want to step into the ring with Mike Tyson because he would take my head off of its neck. That dude can punch. That's a lot of power behind those punches. And I think that there was times, and I would go as far as to say, I think they had a signal where if Mike got too out of line, because remember, talk about Mike Tyson here, and we are still pushing up in the NQ. Mike Tyson is the kind of guy who gets so frustrated during a fight that he has to bite his glove. That's a physical reaction to frustration. Like people get tense during frustration. He wants to bite his glove because I'm so frustrated. I don't want to be in the ring with that guy because he'll take my head off if he just goes a little bit too far off the rails. So I think they had a signal to calm him down because I think there's a part of the fight where he started like actually start fighting. But the thing is, I'm not sure if it's fake or not, but I saw this contract circulating around. Now, I don't know if this is real, but I saw a contract circulating the internet that suggested that if it went the full length of the fight, that he gets paid in tiers for the longer that it goes on. I think that Tyson could have ended that in the first round. That's all I'm going to say. I think that he could have ended that in the first round. And I thought that it was really strange, too, in the post-fight where Logan Paul said that about him. And by the way, how much HGH is Logan Paul on? He used to be the same height as his brother, man. It's like the dude is like 4 inches taller than his brother. And how much HGH did that kid take? His bones grew. His bones grew. It's insane. HGH is human growth hormone, same stuff that Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa took to turn into human giants. That's so funny. Look at before and after. Human growth hormone is actually, it makes you grow. Like your heart grows, your skull grows, your bones grow, your brain grows. I mean, it makes you grow physically. It's insane to look at Logan next to his brother now. It was like, whoa, those bones grew. He's got the growth hormone. God, I haven't even looked at that, but yeah, it's crazy. Send link for HGH. I'm fresh out. I'm all fresh out of the HGH there. But I didn't bet on the fight at all. I'm glad that I didn't because I probably would have bet on Tyson, but it just didn't look like the same person that was in those training videos. It did not look like he had. I mean, I understand that you cannot change. You can't beat Father Time, right? You can't beat Father Time, and you know that you're going to get winded as a 58-year-old adult male. You're going to get winded unless you stem cell your lungs somehow. You get a fresh pair of lungs and a fresh heart. You're not going to be able to beat that. But still, I just think that he was holding back quite a bit, which is fine. I mean, sometimes somebody needs money. They're going to do things, right? You want to know how to watch it now? It's on Netflix. Should be on Netflix. Wait, it makes you grow? Why didn't you know that? What are you talking? Come on. Human growth hormone? It makes everything grow. Everything in your body grows. Your bones, your heart, your brain, your skull. Everything. It's crazy. It's so nuts. Like, look at the before and after of Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa. It's insane. If anything, Jake was holding back. That's an interesting take. What's your take on people on Q? Wait, hold on. What's your take on people on Q cycle? Have you ever heard of enhanced games? Oh, dude, I'm very much in that sense like a libertarian. As long as you're not bothering anybody, do whatever you want. It's your life. Live it how you want to live it. I think that that's how it should be. So if you want to be all juiced up, as long as you know what you're getting into, I mean, it's your choice, your body. I feel bad. Okay. We don't need that in the chat. All right. Sorry. I gotta get rid of that one faster. Everybody saw the full moon. Don't worry. Everybody saw it. Don't worry. But yeah, I feel like, if you want to get all juiced up and everything, like, go for it. Do your thing. Right. But you ought to know, like, look at what happened to Ronnie Coleman. I don't even think Ronnie Coleman can walk anymore. So it's changed colors. I'm pretty sure that Ronnie Coleman is not able to walk anymore. Is that right? Or am I wrong on that? I'm pretty sure that Ronnie Coleman cannot walk anymore. Ronnie Coleman is one of the most legendary bodybuilders in the world. Thought I saw him walking around. I don't know. I thought he couldn't walk anymore. Can't walk, so sad. Okay. So, I mean, look, if you're going to get all juiced up and everything, have a look at Ronnie Coleman. There's the dangers that you run into of doing that stuff. But again, it's your body. It's your life. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. It's your world. Yeah, buddy. I mean, it's sad. He was one of the biggest dudes ever. Like, it's insane. If you look at like videos of him tossing around like the dumbbells that had like dust on them that nobody had ever lifted, he's picking those up and tossing them around like they're freaking 2.5 pound weights. Crazy. That's because he ignored an injury and continued to lift massive weight. Well, there you go. I mean, again, I have no beef with if anybody wants to juice it up. Like, do your thing. Do your thing. You want to take HGH? Do your thing. Do your thing. Do you see Ronnie working as a copy? I saw him working as a cop, like as a police officer. Ain't nothing but peanut. That's right. There you go. Ronnie Coleman took more gear than 99% of the population. I believe it. He was hoarding all of it. There was a juice shortage at the time. He ended up taking all of it there. Another question. Who goes live in here when you're on Top Step TV? I go live. You get to see the screen share without the delay. So you get to see all of it live. Here, Rips, how do you attach Bookmap to Top Step X? You can't do it. Unfortunately, it's its own subscription. Man, what a beautiful rip that was off those lows there. Definitely been on TRT for years. Low dose, 100 milligram a week. Balls got. Oh my god. You know, my buddy got on it. I never got on it. I just don't want to have something, and I'm sure I'll get on it maybe 5-10 years from now. But my buddy got on it, and I'm just like, you know, you can't go back. Once you open up that door, you can't go back because your body becomes dependent on it, and then you're kind of screwed for that for the rest of your life. What if you lose access to it? And now you're like, oh man, I just au natural, baby. You know, au natural. Right now, no problems. So maybe in the future we'll see. Obviously, can't beat Father Time, but you know, Stallone is in very good shape for his age, and he's on everything, right? Stallone is how old? He is 78, dude. I want to look like that when I'm 78, so maybe then, you know. I just don't like the idea of like having to do something all the time, you know. That's the scary part of it. I do take creatine. I take what is it, 500 milligrams every single day I work out. So 4 times a week, 5 times a week, somewhere in that range there. Rips, we have a med spa and the results from peptides are nuts. Aren't peptides just another word for juice in a way? I mean, peptides it's juice, right? Should be 5 grams. I'm thinking 500 milligrams then. 500 milligrams, 5 grams, something like that. 5,000 milligrams is 50 grams, right? 5,000. So I'm taking, okay, so 5,000. Then I'm taking 5,000 milligrams then. Okay, so I'm taking 5 grams. Okay. I use the steel creatine. It's always good stuff. Good stuff. Peptides are completely different. See, it shows how little I know, right? I thought, I know they're amino acids. I take branched chain amino acids too as a post-workout, but yeah, you know, I haven't done, as I've gotten older, I haven't really, I've been doing the same thing ever since I used to work out for football. I've been doing the same type of workouts, same type of thing. I've been working out for a very, very long time. And I've always been interested in it. I like feeling the way that I do. I like the highs that you get off endorphins. You think that you felt high before. Get some highs off endorphins. And you'll never want to get high on anything else. It's so good. It's so nice. What position did you play? What is your guess? I was a fullback. I love to buck people. I love to blast people. That was my favorite. Love to just practice was great. Games were great because you just buck people. It's just great. There's nothing better than that. Played hockey too. Buck people in hockey. I used to spend a lot of time in the penalty box, but yeah. I miss sports like that. Only sport I play now is tennis, and I haven't been playing a lot of it lately. I need to get back into it. Ever since we moved, I haven't even played a single match. How you up to, Kaser? We went over to the beginning of the stream, but it was a Globex trade. You know, we could have been up a heck of a lot more had we done this. And technically, we're up $11,000. Have I tried golf? I'm literally the worst golfer that's ever graced this beautiful planet that we're on. I'm the worst golfer. I always say that I can easily hit a 70 as long as we're only scoring the front 9. Pickleball? No. I do not play wiffle tennis. I'm a man. I prefer not to play wiffle tennis. I like playing real tennis. I have played racquetball. I have played squash, but yeah, don't get me on a golf course. Golf, I think, would be fun if I still drank, but being a non-drinker, I can't. I can't do it. I'm horrible. I might be, I might be a good golfer when I'm drunk, but I'll never find that out from now on out. So, how good are you at tennis? I used to be good. Used to be a lot better. One of my buddies that I used to play with all the time, and 2 places ago that I lived, but we lived on a resort and we played tennis almost every single day. He was like a collegiate athlete. One of my buddies was a professional doubles player for ATP, actual professional. Was never at that level, but I loved playing with players at that level because you get your ass kicked and it's good practice. Gets you running around the court. I used to play on clay quite a bit. Charles Barkley golf swing. It's just, I'm just not a good golfer at all. Terrible. Did you ever play soccer? When I was very young, but I'm not a good soccer player either. Not a good baseball player. Football, tennis, hockey. Those are my go-tos, but more than anything now, tennis. My friend was too drunk at the golf course and ended up crashing the golf cart. I'm sure that I've done that before. But I'm just, I have no patience for being actually good now at my age. If Globex starts at 6 p.m., what time does it end? You could say, you could say the Open of Tokyo is the end of Globex, I guess, kind of. But the Global Exchange is pretty much, Globex ends when New York opens. There's technicalities if you want to get into it, but I have to ask, is anybody actually still long? Because that's insane. Is anybody actually still long? Tell me somebody's still long. Calvin, yes. Woo! Well, we are 17 minutes from the open. Let's go ahead and end the poll here. I'm going to end the poll. Well, let's see. 46% say above, 29% say below. Absolutely no clue. 23%. Only 761 votes. I was asleep at the wheel this morning. I don't blame you. 700 likes. We got close to 1,500. We only missed it by 800 likes. But maybe we'll hit it tomorrow. As bad as I want to trade today, I just think I'm going to lock it up. We made on the Globex Open, we made $11,000 in our 5 XFAs. So very, very happy about that. We had some good conversation today, though. I feel like we had some good conversation. Anybody have any questions about the trade that I took or anything that we talked about today? Keep in mind the news on the day is going to come in the form of 10 o'clock. We have Goolsby speaking. We have the NAHB Housing Market Index, which will be fine. But yeah, that's probably going to be it for the YouTube stream this morning. We had some fun. If you want to be supportive of the stream, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can click the like, click subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. It's right there at Selling Rips. Hey, thank you, Hartley. I appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. One of the other ways you can show appreciation is clicking that link. You click the link, you let the page load. If it says allow cookies, you click allow. You don't have to buy anything. Close the page. Let's Top Step know that you like what I'm doing out here. That's it. Beautiful V-shaped recovery on that silly sell-off that didn't make any sense. We were all kind of scratching our noggins when that sell-off happened, and we were like, hey, what's the point of this sell-off? We were looking for news, and that's why we came back up. Market couldn't figure it out either. Market said, hey, why are we this low? Anyway. All right, we're going to lock it up here, folks. I hope you all have a blessed morning. We'll be back here tomorrow to trade together before I go on Top Step TV, which is going to be tomorrow at right before the market opens. So hope to see you all there. Be good. Trade safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I want to see everybody back here safely tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Central, 5 a.m. Pacific Time. All right, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.